Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ScrapMan, bringing you another episode of Satisfactory, and today we are continuing on our quest for efficiency, leading into higher tier stuff, so we can break into even more higher tier stuff. And today we're going to be focusing on organizing steel. We've organized all of the iron-based stuff and copper stuff, from plates to rods to wire to screws to cable, then to even the assembler-based things like rotors and reinforced iron plates. And was there something else that we did? Oh, modular frames. Yeah, we have the modular frames going as well. So next up, in order to get the assembler tier production all automated, we need steel production, because the next assembly things require steel-based resources. So we have just a miniature steel thing going on there just to give us a backlog of those steel resources to pull from. But what I want to do is create a brand new steel production center somewhere. I don't know where yet. We might be over by the coal miners. But I want to have a new coal node that is dedicated just for steel. And we'll also have to figure out where we're going to bring the iron from. But first things first, we need to do some planning, figuring out what we're going to need and where we're going to put it. So let's get to it. Uh-oh, I always do that. I always do that every single time. I miss the ladder. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at my factory here. So we're going to need steel and a lot of room for steel probably. And we're going to have to do a lot of room for other stuff. We might actually have to build a whole new factory location for even higher tier stuff. But I think we can put steel in here. So we're going to keep all the iron-based stuff mostly over there. We just need to start producing some steel. So I'm thinking this area where the coal generators are, what I'm going to do is leave a buffer for one more or maybe two more rows of coal maybe one more row of coal generators. Just in case we need to expand our coal generation. So I'm going to go ahead and put another coal generator here, just to give myself an idea of where the buffer zone is. And actually what I'm also going to do is put a splitter right here. And basically what I'm going to be able to do with this is, you can see here we have an excess of coal coming down from this coal mine. All of these belts are completely full. It's basically, we're producing way more coal than these generators can consume. All these generators are full. So what I can do is continue this, since we're out of room here, kind of. I can continue this around the front of this coal generator, and then put a whole nother line going down here, splitting out into more coal generators until this node is being used at maximum efficiency. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this guy right here. And, ooh, that is actually, like, perfect right there. We could just put that there. And I think this is going to be good to mark our next row. And I don't know, there's probably Mark III miners and stuff. I don't think that we're going to be able to handle another full row with just a single coal node. So I might not have to make any more buffer room here. So this could mark where I can start building my steel factory. So I'm just gonna put the basic layout down. Right now I'm gonna do 2 foundries down here. I'm gonna put another floor. So we're gonna have a steel beam production and then a steel pipe production on separate floors, just like we have with our iron-based things. All right, so I'm gonna go for this corner just like that. And then we can put this foundry directly next to that one. Okay, so this is going to be really interesting when it comes to routing. Okay, so these are going to be producing steel ingots, because that's all that we can do with these. So then steel ingots need to go into constructors, right, to produce the pipes and things. That does not line up. Is it still going to work, though? Oh, okay, cool, that does work. So this produces 30 per minute, and then to produce steel beams, it takes in 30 per minute. So that should just be 100% efficiency no matter what. And honestly, that's the end of steel production, isn't it? Steel production just goes into these. Like, this is not a big chain. I was expecting bigger things for steel. Am I missing something here? Like, is there more to happen for steel than just steel beam and steel pipe? I mean, the next step is the assemblers, right? All right, we have an interesting issue here, and that is, if we're gonna have truck stations feed into these, we need to be able to place truck stations, and they're is limited space here. And I think I have an idea for how I want to route truck stations. So I'm going to experiment with, I'm going to lay down some foundations here, create kind of somewhat of a higher level just to have a nice flat area here. And we're going to see if this helps us with truck placement. Okay, so here's my plan. I'm going to have trucks. Oh, are they going to fit under here? Here, I need to get into a truck and test this out. I'm going to show you my plan right now. We're going to have 3 truck stations capable of exporting their own materials. So we're gonna get in this truck. How do I get in the truck? Pressing F instead of E. All right, so hopefully we're gonna be able to fit a truck underneath here, because most of our materials that we're gonna be drawing from is over in that direction anyway. So if this truck fits under here, which it does, all right, that's good. If not, we can always just kind of cut that end a little bit. We don't have much room to cut. So we go under here. I hope the truck's AI is going to be good enough to navigate that narrow path. And then they're going to go through a line like this. They're not going to turn around on here. All right, this is actually going to be interesting. Now we need to figure out what's their exit path, because their entrance and exit path needs to be different so that they don't run into each other. They're going to be going in like a circular kind of path. So they're going to all drop off their stuff in a line, all the different materials, and then they just have to do a really easy U-turn up through here. Now, I think, fortunately, this stuff is not collidable, so that's good. Yeah, so then it goes up through here. Yeah, there's a lot more space in here. Good. And then it gets back in this direction. All right, we're good. I think we're gonna be good. Okay, so now we go on a quest for a dedicated coal node. Okay, so here is the other coal node, and this is actually... Oh, wait. Is this delivering... Where is this delivering coal? This is stupid. I think this is just a... This is a useless... Not a useless. This is not a good coal node. You know what, though? Why don't we just start taking coal from here? Because I think... Alright, I think what we did here was we needed coal to power some of our tractors. So I just like, oh, here's a coal node. Let's just power some tractors. So this is only going to tractor power, which does not need a lot. So we could have another tractor come through here. I think, can you have more than one tractor pick up from a point? I think you can. Hopefully they don't like interfere with each other too much. And then hopefully this is just going to be providing more than enough coal. And you know what, just to make sure, why don't we go ahead and change this to a Mark II if it's not already a Mark II? Because, oh yeah, this is a pure coal node. This is going to be producing all kinds of stuff. So this is a Mark I miner. Let's see if we can produce Mark II miners. There we are. And this is going to be producing how much? 240, which means we're going to need a Mark III conveyor belt. I hope we brought enough steel with us. We have 300. That should be enough. All right, there's that. There's that. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is a lot. Okay, so that should do it. We should be getting more than enough coal going through here. And yeah, this truck is just picking up coal, isn't it? Yep, just picking up coal and bringing it back and forth. It's not really doing that much. So we can leave him doing that, and I don't really think it's going to interfere with the speed of this thing. So now we just got to make sure that we know how to get back to our place in an efficient way so we can record a path. Oh, wait, I just realized this might not work. This system we have here, I don't think is going to work because unlike the constructors and all the production things, with those, you can designate what material they receive, so it won't basically receive anything other than that. But this, I think it's going to take whatever they bring. So the unfortunate thing about that is if we want to have one for concrete, one for coal, and one for iron, it's going to get mixed up. Man, I really wish you could designate which truck drops off at which point, but I don't see an option to do that. Okay, I think I figured something out. So we come up this ramp. One truck is going to go towards the right here for those stations to drop off coal. And then the other one is going to go to the left here. And then what it's going to do is it's actually going to U-turn like this. It's going to drop off in one of these two. And then it can just go right along its merry way down this path. Now, I'm just hoping that, yeah, this doesn't really block the other truck's path around here really at all. Okay, so this should be good. All right, so now we're just going to figure out how to conveyor belt things from there over to here and then from here over to here. Okay, I'm running into a logistical issue here where I want to be able to split the material going down the line if we have a lot of excess. But how do we do that with two separate materials going into the same thing? Because what ideally I'd want to do is put a conveyor splitter here and then just put another one on top and then just have them split in two separate rows. But we can't put splitters stacked on top of each other, apparently. But I'm going to try to figure out a hack here. All right, I think I've actually pulled it off. So I just created a second level up here, and then I'm staggering them. So some of them, this row is going to be receiving like iron from here, and they're going to be all splitting into these foundries. And then this down here is going to be receiving coal and splitting into these foundries. And then this is now expandable off to the side if we want to ever increase that production. So it wasn't the easiest thing to kind of logistically figure out, but I think that this is a solution. Okay, so the iron will be routed out all the way through here down to that bottom layer. And then the coal is being routed out through here. And it actually already took the coal from my tractor. So then we have secondary ones that are going to route to the second floor. So right now we're just going to power the first floor with one of them each, and then the second floor with the other one. So now we have to record our coal route, and then we have to find an iron route. Okay, so now we need to find an iron source that isn't already being used. Let's go over here. We have 3 iron nodes that are being used, and we probably are not using all of it. So let's see how it's doing. Okay, so here is our iron, and actually, this looks like it might be... Oh, wow. You know what? We need to upgrade some conveyors here. Are these just... Oh, these are Mark II. Let's see what happens if we go to Mark III. I keep opening up the wrong menus. And you know what? I'm going to change all of these miners to Mark II. And we're going to be giving this thing way more than it's going to be able to take, hopefully. Okay, there we go. We've massively increased production here. This is now receiving, hopefully more than it can take, but I don't know if it's more than it is delivering, because it is delivering a lot to the point where it's, like, empty. I was hoping that this was just going to be full and we'd be able to route another truck here, but we need to find ourselves another iron node. All right, so we got a bunch of iron right here. I'm not sure if I've seen this before. Please don't be impure. Dang it, but there's 4 of them. So if we use Mark II miners, combining all 4 of them, it should actually be an okay resource. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Trying to get my thing to stick out. Come on. Get away from me. All right, so you know what? Let's do this. Let's put Mark II miners all over here and see how much output we can get combining all 4 of these iron nodes. One thing I realized I'm missing, I just put all the miners in. I don't have power over here. So I have to somehow route power all the way over here. Okay, so I just realized that the truck that is delivering coal actually has nowhere to get fuel from, so it might be stuck somewhere right now. So I'm actually going to route this back into itself, so it's going to feed itself its own coal to keep fuel to the truck. And that's just going to be a minimal amount of siphon, so it's not really going to affect it too much. And we still got to build floor 2 now that I think about it. All right, I think I've done it. I think I've built the second floor, identical to the first floor. We got it all going in through here. We just need to route some power to it. And yeah, we got the iron coming in from that way. We got the... That's not right. Hold on, this is going the wrong way. We got the coal coming in from that way. There we go, that's the right direction. And then it's all being split and fed out onto this level, which will be the steel pipe level. Okay, so now we have the very, very tedious task of routing power all the way to all of those Mark II miners. All right, here we go. First line has been laid down. Let's get going. I can see it. I'm almost there. So much cable. Okay, they are now all running. So now we need to make a truck station here, which shouldn't be a problem. And then we just gotta draw a path from this truck station back home to deliver the iron. Okay, so even though these are Mark II conveyors, because this is impure, they're only producing 60 per minute, which is good because that means I can just use normal conveyor belts, because I actually don't have a lot of steel beams on me to make the Mark III conveyor belts all the way down, but I can use them on the merging areas. There we go, check that out. So I think this is like almost perfect. So 60 to 60 to 120, 60 to 60 to 120, and that goes into 240 on the Mark III, but the Mark III can actually do 270. So this could be receiving slightly more if we overclocked some of them and changed the conveyor belts, but I think this should be acceptable. Okay, so now that this is picking up a whole bunch of iron, let's go ahead and build ourselves a tractor and record our route. Okay, so I have to remember that this is not coal, this is iron. So I got to go to the left section of truck stations. Oh boy, here we go. All right, turn left. Do not want to drop off at those ones accidentally. All right, and we should stop right here. This is probably gonna mess this guy up a lot, just this like sharp turn here. Oh no, that's supposed to go the other way. Oh well, we just need to record the path for now. All right, and then we should be able to follow this path back out. I have to change those guys to unload rather than load the truck. All right, and we are back. That was actually quite the journey. So let's go ahead and stop here, receive our next shipment, finish recording, enable autopilot. So now it should go. Now if I hop in and don't press anything, should it take me? No, it doesn't. All right, well, let's follow the path back and get everything situated, and then we should have a constant influx of iron and coal for at least floor 1 of our factory. We have to figure out how to get it into floor 2 because each one of those truck stations is a separate floor. So we might need to get another tractor from somewhere else. All right, here we go. So now it should unload, and that should go into here, and then that should export out onto here, and finally into our smelting steel factory. Not smelting, but steel construction factory. All right, and here it goes, splitting off into the different ones. This is looking good, and it should start production now. There we go. And there it is, our first steel beams being produced in our new steel factory that should be scalable out to the side too. The only thing we don't have yet is the top floor is not in production because we need to route some other trucks over here for the other truck stations, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. I'll save that for later, and then up next, we have to start assembling steel-based things with assemblers, and then we can actually start getting on to the next phase and leveling up the tiers that we're in right now. All right, well, let me know if you have any suggestions, and let me know what you think about what we're doing right here. Any ways to potentially improve it or help ourselves out for future production? I don't have any regrets. We're going with the whole no regrets policy again. We're making progress, and that's what matters. Now, if you missed any of the previous episodes, go ahead and check those out in this full playlist right here of Satisfactory. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.